Hey, welcome again to Life in the God Lane. I'm Tom West, and this is a power verse for the day for Thursday, April the 7th, 2022. And I call this Worth Waiting For, and it's from Romans chapter 8, verse 25. Now, hope you'll subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet. Hit the bell so you get notified every time I roll one of these things out, which is at least once a day. And typically once a day. Sometimes, every now and then, I'll put something extra out. And then give me thumbs up, make comments, send this video to someone else. Do all you can to help me get it out to as many people as I can. I just teach the Bible. So help me with that if you would. Do you enjoy waiting for something you hope for? You enjoy waiting around for things? I'm still a lot like I was in the back seat of my parents' car driving across Arizona as a little kid. It was always, are we there yet? Waiting is not my strongest suit. Probably not yours either. Waiting is not always my favorite thing at all. Make that waiting is never my favorite thing. You probably understand that. Look at Romans 8, verse 25. You'll see that we're waiting for something. Romans 8, verse 25. But if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently. We wait for it patiently. He talks about hoping for something we do not yet have. What's he talking about? Well, in the previous verse, the apostle talks about the fact that if we hope for something, it's not seen and we don't have it yet. And so we hope for something that's not seen, something that we don't have yet. We do have salvation, but not the new body that's promised at the day of the Lord when Jesus comes back to rule his kingdom. And to rule his kingdom, to restore creation, to raise us from the dead and make our body incorruptible, new and eternal with no flaws. Imagine that. So what we do now, what do we do now since we do not have the new body? He says we wait for it patiently. We wait patiently for that new body. My old body is not what it used to be. You may know what I'm talking about. At the age of 19, I was 5'8.5", 5'8 3/4", something like that, and weighed 145 pounds. That's the year I went in the Army. Now I'm 5'7.5". I got shorter somehow, and I weigh about 202 pounds. That's a lot less than I have weighed. At 19, listen to this, I could do 100 push-ups and clap between each one. I proved that to my drill sergeant. Physically, basic combat training was tough, but in the Army, but it wasn't really a problem for me physically. At 73 years of age, I might be able to do 10 push-ups, and basic combat training today would be a one-day ticket to heaven. I am waiting for Jesus to establish his kingdom, restore creation, raise me up with a new body devoid of my current limitations. Frankly, that's something to look forward to. A deep dive into Romans 8 makes understanding the complete restoration we're waiting for inescapable. We're waiting for something, and it's a good thing. As I look at these timeless truths, it occurs to me that, and this is important, most believers do not look forward to these things and aren't waiting for them. And what happens when you're not looking forward to them and not waiting for them? What happens if folks aren't focused on what awaits them when Jesus returns? What happens to you is that you fear death. I run into this all the time. I sell funeral and cremation insurance. 9 out of 10 people that are Christians are scared to death to admit that they're going to die. And I think that's because we're not looking forward to the things that await us. It's better than life here. We'll have a body that's not falling apart like mine is now. I once traded a guy when I was about probably 10 years old. I traded 2 little marbles for a really huge Steely. And if you were always looking for a Steely when I was a little kid, that was an unbeatable trade for a 10-year-old kid playing marbles. Let me challenge you to trade the fear of death for waiting for the assurance in hope of a new, eternal, uncorruptible body. That, my friends, is an unbeatable trait. It's one that every Christ follower should make. I will talk to you tomorrow.